What is going on, everyone? We are watching Invincible Season 3, Episode Dose. Thanks so much for coming back. I am joined by Achara Kirk across the globe in Abu Dhabi. If she looks weird, that's not her face. That's not how she was born. It's that the image is backwards. You might not have noticed anything at all, but now I brought attention to it and you can't unsee it. Sorry.
It's the Achara from the upside down place.
Or the left, right. So, all right, let's jump into it. Here we go.
Come and get your fresh fish.
Oh, gosh. Relax, child.
Hey.
Oh, gosh, that guy's
Is this a flashback or...
Oh, you think it's Cecil? Like a flashback of Cecil?
Yeah, that looks like Cecil to me. That's his hair, that's his cheekbones.
Namaste, friend.
Oh, namaste your ass away from me.
How can I help you find inner peace today?
Thanks for asking, but I think it's a little late for that.
He was a bad guy.
That's an alien.
Please.
The namaste lady.
Whatever you want, just take it.
Oh, no, never mind. There's
I
an
will
alien
not
back
stand
there.
for cultural appropriation.
There's like some Men in Black shit.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe.
He's a young agent.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's not a bad guy. Maybe I was wrong. I thought he was gonna, like,
Nothing here.
steal money.
Tip was a bust. Repeat. Tip
Maybe this
was
is how he
a
gets the scar.
bust.
Yep. You might be right.
Oh,
She's
no.
an alien biatch.
Shit.
Namaste this. Oh, no. I know he makes it out okay.
You found us.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dang.
Hello.
Hello.
This place will be swarming with agents in minutes.
Nah, you gave the all clear. No one's coming.
What's her superpower? Apart
Cleavage?
from an amazing cleavage.
Kill thousands? What for?
Someone like you could never see the beauty in it.
Okay, so this lady's gonna come back, right?
Most of the city will
Probably.
die. But the survivors will inherit a new world and learn that life is a gift, not to be wasted.
Oy, oy, oy.
They're
How does he make it out of this?
Lady, you don't know people.
Oh, that's your fault for, like, leaving your cleavage exposed. She sounds very similar to Seismic, the one that they just caught in the last episode. Oh, shit. That
Seems I
looked like a big
returned
hand.
just in time.
Oh, my goodness. A brother?
You and your nightmare state will never stop the order of the freeing fist.
Whoopsie. Better bounce.
It's the police.
I knew who you were the minute I walked in.
Oh.
Tip was a bust my ass. It was code for come stop these nut jobs.
Wow. Cecil.
Fear of death will never keep us from our destiny.
All right,
Wait,
crazies.
don't! No!
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is how he gets the scar.
Ew.
Oh, my
Ew.
God.
It got you.
Oh, it got you. Oh no. Oh, no. Maybe he's like Donald. Maybe he's been like taken apart and put back so many times as well. That was horrible. Look, he's fine.
Is he
Maybe
though?
he asked to keep the scar.
We would have lost thousands if it wasn't for you.
That answered my question.
Some of the gas drifted into the market before we could get it contained.
Oh, damn.
17.
Damn.
A fraction of what it would have been.
He keeps
We
trying to
won,
give him the
Cecil.
positive light.
Take a little R&R, then come back and collect your medal. Glad to see the artificial skin took, by the way.
Oh.
They missed a spot.
It was all that was left of my real skin. They wanted to replace it, but I wouldn't let them.
Okay.
It's a reminder,
He wants to remember.
that I messed up and to never let it happen again.
I'm really glad that they showed us this about him. It just makes me empathize with him more and his
Believe me, Stedman.
goals.
Oh, okay. And this is how he loses his friend. Because I was wondering, where's this dude?
Not leaving the party early, are we?
Oh no. Dang.
That's not doing anything.
Oh, hello.
Reformed.
Oh, what?
They work for us now.
They're
What?
insane.
They were.
How did they recoup them?
I fixed them.
Those are where the words come from. So he learned.
Oh,
He
so
used
he's
to be
feeling
like Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty badass, though.
Yeah. Dynamic, badass duo.
Director,
They should be in prison or dead.
They're making up for their mistakes. Get your head out of your ass. They just saved our lives.
Then let me
Wow,
express
it's
my
so
gratitude.
poetic.
Right? Oh, dang.
I don't work with criminals. Not even if they're...
Wow. And how you change. It's like how the job changes you, you know?
Oh, Lord, right here, pig.
Oh, no. This is so dangerous. He probably put so many of them in there.
That's true. That's who he's a cellmate with? That's not
Dang.
fair.
That guy could just sit on you.
Good luck. His last cellmate left in a bucket.
You don't know Cecil. I mean, clearly we know he makes it out.
Hi. What's your name?
Wait, is he gonna make friends?
Damn. The guy's so big, he's gonna like crawl out of that.
What? Is he okay? Oh no, he's fine. Okay.
How is he not like just wrecking the place?
Boss,
Boss.
got a visitor.
Boss.
Dang. He owns the prison now.
Why are you here, Radcliffe?
Do you mind?
Actually, yes.
I thought that was
He's so
Bokeem
loyal.
Woodbine. The Radcliffe is played by Bokeem Woodbine.
I want you to replace me.
Whoa.
You did exactly what you had to do. You brought order to chaos. Nothing more,
I wanna
nothing
know how.
less.
Yeah.
This place was your rehabilitation.
It was supposed to be my punishment.
It was both, and now it's over. If you take the job,
I guess it's just what he does.
you can be the good guy. Or the guy who saves the world.
She can't be both.
You can't be both.
I guess they couldn't give him an eye patch because that would have been too close to Nick Fury, eh?
I know. I was kind of like, oh, he's really giving me Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury vibes.
Darkwing and Sinclair don't have your abilities.
That's true.
Abilities I only use to help people.
Wow.
Until.
You see things one way and you won't make room for any other viewpoint. You threaten people who disagree with you.
I don't threaten.
Okay.
No? Because you're scaring the shit out of me right now. Mark,
Okay, it's about to get violent in here.
do you think people here don't know what we do? Just stand down and we can talk this over.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to talk with my fists. Ew, gross. Ew, gross, my man.
Is that all you got?
Why did you have to ask that, kid?
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I don't want to hurt you.
Damn, it feels like an
I'm not the
adult
one who's gonna get hurt.
talking to a
You
child.
said you don't do threats.
Like a small child and being like,
Well, people change.
That's what he's
Don't,
afraid of.
Mark. I'm warning you.
oh, what's he got? He's got to have like a secret thing. Oh, my God. How fast are you moving?
Oh,
Of
dang.
course he had a contingency.
Remember that giant lobster you tangled with in Atlantis? I had the lab boys recreate the sound it made. Turns out we can transmit it to your earpiece.
Damn. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
The one we implanted when you were in our hospital. The one too deep to reach.
Dang. It's in his head.
So be reasonable, Mark. Wow. Go home.
We are so far past reasonable.
Oh, no.
What?
Damn. Oh, my God.
Like it's
He's
still
like,
inside
I
your
own
head,
you.
dude. Yeah.
You put a weapon inside me?
With what you can do, and after what your dad put us through, you're goddamn right I did.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
mean,
You said I wasn't my dad. Did you even believe that?
Yes, Mark, and I still do. So stop being stupid and just...
trust goes both ways, though, Cecil.
That sucked. I still can't believe we got our asses kicked by Doc Seismic.
There's a thing in my head. You gotta get it out before Cecil finds me.
Cecil? I don't understand.
Everyone step back. This has nothing to do with you.
Oh, shit.
He's trying to kill me.
He's lying.
Uh-oh.
I'm not trying to kill the kid, but he needs to come with me.
Who do we believe, guys?
D.A. Sinclair slaughtered students. Darkwing killed people in cold blood. Cecil's working with murderers. You all saw it.
Yeah, but those guys saved you.
I'd like to hear what Invincible has to say.
Yeah.
This isn't a democracy, Bulletproof.
Whoa.
You're coming back to the GDA with me. Now.
No, I'd never come out again. I'm not going.
I wasn't asking.
Oh, God. Guys, this is a bad look.
He really is like a dad, you know, cracking the whip.
Very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Well, I wonder how the others are going to take this. Because who knows if they've got any, I mean, if he's had any contingencies placed for the rest of them, you know, which he probably has.
All of you, I said this doesn't concern you.
Hell, it does.
Alright.
This is what he was
Let's go,
afraid
team.
of. This is why he didn't want to have it land back at headquarters.
It's like, let's have a discussion. Use our words, not our fists.
The f***? Down. Now. Grab him. We're leaving.
This.
It's go time. Let's go.
Do they all have an earpiece? Or is it
I
just
think
Mark?
they must have stuff. Maybe they have stuff, but maybe they don't because they're not as much of a threat as Mark. Because Mark is basically invincible, right? So.
Stop!
Yeah, this is just a bad look. He's their friend. Of course they're gonna help him
the fighting
out.
continues. He holds that button down.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
Rex.
no.
For being not the sharpest tool in the shed.
God damn it, Rex!
Why didn't that work?
Because you blew it up.
It had a dead man switch. With the control destroyed, it can't be turned
Oh,
off.
shit.
I'm attempting to block the frequency.
Oh, shit.
That just
Damn,
made
they
things
really
worse.
thought
Thanks,
of
Rex.
everything. Here I was thinking Rex was like smart now. Cecil's smarter.
This is really
Shut him down.
escalated.
Yes, the reanimate, all of them. Now!
Oh my god, that looks so painful.
Frequency blocked.
Oh shit.
Gonna come back with a vengeance.
Oh no, he's pissed.
like his dad right now, in the same
Yep.
space where his dad murdered those other heroes.
You arrogant little asshole.
Ooh, tell him
Look
how
at
you
this
really
goddamn
feel.
mess. Everywhere you go, destruction follows because of your ego. You're a hypocrite waltzing off to help your mass-murdering dad. But God forbid anyone else screws up and then tries to make good. Don't you ever threaten me again.
Dang.
As for the rest of you,
Oh my god. What are we gonna do, guys?
And if you ever come near my family again, I will kill you.
I
Sounds
believe
like legit
that.
threat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he left a bruise.
I mean, all things considered, that was the nicest thing he could do.
Yeah.
Everything that happened with Nolan, he looked me in the eye and he promised.
We all trusted Cecil more than we should have.
These always do the trick for me.
Aw.
We fight monsters every day. But I didn't think Cecil was one of them too.
He's lost it. If he went this far, who knows what he'll do next?
I can fight him.
That's cute, but no.
Cecil, if he goes near you or Oliver or anyone else I care about,
Oh.
I kill him.
But why didn't you kill him already?
We don't kill people. Not in this family, never.
Unless they're those robots.
You don't have all those GDA guys if you get in trouble. Now I have powers and everything.
Oh my
I can
gosh.
come help you instead. Mom said you'd train me.
Training and helping are two different things. Mark didn't get his powers until he was 17. He got to be a normal kid first.
This kid wasn't normal from the time he showed up, though. Like
That's true.
he came
He's
in
purple.
Don't be in a rush, Oliver. Trust me.
Aw. No, he's not gonna listen.
Why the hell would he do this?
He was scared of me. Of what I could become, I guess.
Exactly. I feel like Mark's got to
Yeah.
come around to it.
I know you.
Yeah.
You don't hurt people if you can help it. I mean, Rex has been asking
you
for
so
it for
sure?
years and you still haven't thrown him into space.
That's me. Mr. Self-Control.
Until you don't have any.
I know things are weird between us right now, but it means everything that you're here.
I just thought Debbie might need my help if things went bad with Cecil, especially now that she has your brother. And I was worried about you.
Okay.
What we were talking about earlier,
It's okay. Let's not talk
before
about
Doc
it.
Seismic, what I said, came out all wrong.
Oh, God, we don't have to talk about that right now.
Exactly.
Yes, we do.
It was humiliating. She was from how many years in the future? 20? So the future me is almost 40 years old, and she's still heartbroken over something that never happened 2 decades earlier.
It can happen.
Who knows what went on in her life?
Sometimes you get
Still
stuck on
doesn't feel great.
what you never, did.
When I met you, I thought you were amazing. Like, right away.
Not anymore.
Do you still think she's amazing?
But you were with Rex. So I pushed those feelings down. Then I started dating Amber, and it was great, and I fell in love with her, but what I felt for you never totally went away.
There you go. There's some truth.
A high school crush isn't enough, Mark.
That's not fair. You know it's more than that.
I don't know. That's the problem.
So give it a try.
I'll always have your back, Mark. And maybe that has to be enough for now.
I wildly disagree with this move. I think it's super silly.
Shouldn't there be a cleanup crew for this?
They're not here. We are. Grab a mop.
Shouldn't
Where did they go?
Invincible do it himself?
Cecil spent millions to put me back together. Then his dead monsters tried to rip us apart. What even are we to him?
Exactly.
We're weapons, like his tanks and guns and all that stuff. Useful until we're not.
Those monsters weren't trying to rip you guys apart, though.
Cry me a river. You'll feel better after some honest work.
Hang on, man. You weren't even here. Cecil almost killed Mark.
Sounds like Cecil went too far. But Invincible made him do it when he broke into the Pentagon and started tearing shit up.
They didn't know that part?
What exactly was he supposed to think it through? When Cecil was frying his brain or when the Frankenbots were killing him?
Mark faced consequences for once.
Oh.
Cecil's always gone soft on him. Just like his father.
Do we have a civil war
Notice
brewing?
that it's like the older ones.
All he had to do was follow orders.
On
like
board
we
with
all
Cecil.
do.
But I've seen most of you not follow order.
Oh no, don't pipe up.
We should have never quit Teen Team.
Do you even remember how badly you wanted to be a guardian? How hard we all worked to be here? I died for this. And you'll die again, and Cecil will never even care.
Ugh.
I went through just as much as you and Rex. More even. No, you didn't.
Oh my God.
Not anywhere close. There's only one of me. I can't go hide a backup copy of myself away like you can.
But she feels all
Wow.
those deaths, doesn't she?
I also didn't fall apart the minute I got hurt.
That's too far, Kate.
Okay. Dang.
I had just as close a call as you did.
This isn't about you, Kate. It's about Cecil.
Cecil only does what's necessary.
So I suppose it was necessary to put a bomb in Mark's head?
He just proved it was.
Yeah.
Now get back to work. That's an order.
No! This is bullshit, and we don't have to put up with it.
The kids are revolting.
Who doesn't own us? We can just leave.
Can you, though?
Where'd we go?
Yeah, you have
What
no
was wrong with Teen
organization.
Team?
Everything.
At least we didn't try and assassinate each other.
But I don't believe that's a...
Oh my God.
The Guardians are the best superheroes in the world. Yes, there's hardship. Yes, there's sacrifice. If you children don't like that, get out.
There you go.
Ooh, that's a
Exactly.
great idea. Because I'd rather quit than work one more day with a sanctimonious, bull-licking, hypocritical prick like you.
Definitely have a divide coming here.
The door is over there.
You heard him. Who's coming?
Oh God.
No, I am.
What are you guys gonna do?
Wait! Everybody calm down.
Chill. Let's de-escalate.
I'm out too.
Oh God.
I can't work for a man I don't trust.
Good point.
I'm staying.
All of you?
Oh, Rudy.
I'm sorry, Immortal.
Gotta stay
He's
with your
gotta follow
girl.
his Betty.
Shapesmith? Samson?
Cecil let me live after what I did on Mars, and my bed is a race car, so I...
Oh.
Are you sure you want to leave it like that?
They'll be back.
I kind of feel like they might
I guess
come
he
back.
knows. Where are they gonna go? Like, of course they'll be back.
Claire's not in prison? I just assumed.
He should be. But Cecil gave him a job instead.
What's he gonna tell
That is
Mark?
the most messed up thing I've ever heard.
So he just does whatever he wants? Makes more of those things?
Yeah. He's suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, I thought we stopped him, but they just gave him a bigger lab. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up.
I feel the same. I feel like Mark just opens his mouth too quickly.
It's better to know.
Why? Why is it better to know?
Should I have done more to stop Sinclair?
This isn't your fault.
You should have killed him.
He killed a dozen people, her way more, you two included. You would have deserved it.
I've known you since we were 5 years old, and it's just not who you are.
Yeah, you don't want to go down that route.
I've known what would happen.
I should have.
No,
if you
can't.
killed him, you'd be just like him.
Exactly.
The world doesn't need more people like that. It needs more people like Invincible.
Yeah, and it's much harder when you have that level of power to like hold back and not kill someone.
Oh.
What was that for?
When I tried out for the Guardians,
For making the right
I
choice.
didn't really think I'd get in. For the first few weeks I was here, it didn't feel real. The only real part was the people.
I don't understand.
Especially you.
I'm trying to say, I'm glad you're coming with us.
He's still learning emotions.
Just tell the girl you're leaving for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good advice. I'll consider it.
But as much as you like her, there's something else.
Yep.
Invincible is the most powerful superhero on the planet.
Hey now.
It's a simple fact. And someday, I might need him on my side.
Okay.
You always were a cold fish, man. But I'll miss you.
Aw.
I actually wasn't sure this would ever happen. When you never called me back, I figured maybe you weren't interested.
Paul, that's not it.
I'm afraid for him.
After the gas explosion, it's embarrassing, but I was scared to go out for a while.
I'd be scared to stay in. So, how is Mark doing? He's what, 18?
Change the subject.
It's just been a rough few months.
I get it. My sister's kid? Seems like he gets a ride home from the cops more often than not.
Oh, no, it's not like that.
He's a good kid.
They just have their challenges.
Are they special needs? Oh my God. You never mentioned.
Kind of.
Well, no.
That's a way to put it, I
not
suppose.
in the conventional sense, but they're,
Especially abled.
Sorry, I am screwing this up. Can you tell I haven't been out on a date in 20 years?
If it's all too soon.
No, of course not.
That was really quick.
Here, you will learn the fundamentals of construction. How we make the houses we live in, the walls we use to protect ourselves, the roofs over our head.
New friend.
We have the reanimate on standby if you need backup, and you can hold tryouts for new members soon. But I also have another suggestion.
Oh no.
Invincible wasn't willing to give him another chance. I'm hoping that you'll be more open-minded.
I made mistakes, I won't lie.
He looks like he's truly remorseful.
But I'm trying to make up for them. If you'll have me, I'd be honored to serve.
God. Is he okay?
It will be good to have Darkwing on the Guardians again.
Right?
Wow.
I'm nervous though.
I mean, Cecil's got his eye on him. Cecil's probably going to put an implant in his head too.
Mm-hmm.
Darkwing?
What about him?
He did murder people in Midnight City. It was one thing calling him in when we had no other choice.
I'm scared.
It's another putting him on the Guardians.
Yeah.
People change, Donald. Bad guys reform, good guys forget what they're fighting for.
That's true.
It's just how it works.
I guess it swings both ways.
But like, a bad guy is still a hero in their eyes, you know? They just think that they're doing the right thing, but other people don't agree.
This is Director Stedman. As you all know, he was handpicked by Director Radcliffe. And I trust you'll show him the same energy and respect.
I'm looking forward to working with you.
Do they have... Yeah, they know. They know. Everyone knows.
Wording's all the same. They're using old reports, Donald. Swapping in a few new sentences, taking the easy way. They think because I was in prison, I'm a up. And that means they can get away with shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you yet.
Yeah, well, if this doesn't change soon, they're gonna learn pretty quickly who I really am.
Excuse me?
Oh, boy.
No match in our system, sir. We don't know who this is.
Oh.
Protocol says we send in the Immortal first, ask questions later.
We don't know his intentions yet, Donald. And the Immortal tends to communicate with his fists.
And sir, what if he's hostile?
Yeah. And Christmas comes early, and you all get that new director you wanted.
Wow.
He's putting his life on the line. Dang.
Jeez.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Who are you?
Cecil Stedman, director of the Global Defense Agency.
Not even phased.
You don't look like you're from around here.
Uh-huh.
I'm from the planet Viltrum. My government sent me here to help protect the people of your world.
Huh. They did they?
Pupils dilated, heart rate elevated. He's an alien, so we don't know his norms. But if he were a human, he'd be lying.
Oh.
All that crap you said about the World Betterment Committee. Talk about a fairy tale. You don't get something for nothing in this universe.
Wow. So cynical and yet so right.
So he knew from day one.
As long as he saves lives, I don't give a damn about his motivations. But track his movements, sort a file, and get the eggheads working on countermeasures.
Wow.
We'll figure out why he's really here.
I mean, he's a perfect person to be the director. He's always thinking ahead.
Darkwing will be fine, Donald. Just leave it be.
And Invincible.
We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world.
Oh, wow.
We can't be both.
Wow. What a way to put it, huh?
Well, it's come back full circle. That's what his mentor said.
I know you think being friends or having my back or whatever is enough for now.
This is confidence that he's doing this while his face is all messed up.
When Cecil attacked me, I thought I was gonna die.
Oh my God, that's awful.
That's just the intro to this whole thing.
You know.
When I was lying on the ground with that sound drilling into my head,
all I could think about was you?
The only thing I could think about was you.
Really? Not your mom?
Oh, if I died,
not Oliver.
I'd never get to see you again.
Yeah.
That's how I know, Eve. That what I feel for you isn't some stupid crush. It's real.
Or just a major infatuation.
If you don't want to date me or you're not interested, I can't change that. But if you feel half as much for me as I do for you, then let's give it a try.
Go for it.
What is in your way, honestly?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go for it. Oh. Watch out for his busted lip, though.
He's fine. It's worth it.
Aww. I missed seeing Omni-Man and Alan, though. I was
we'll catch up with
half
them.
expecting another bit, but I am scared for Debbie's new potential boo. But I guess with how the date's going, maybe they won't have another one. Because I was afraid that, like,
I don't know.
Nolan was going to show up and be like,
who knows? It's with men, you know, we will go the distance on something that has no written all over it, and we'll still forge ahead, hoping there's a yes buried somewhere behind that no. That makes sense somehow of why we're charging ahead with this opportunity in front of us. It's silly.
I'm just afraid that Nolan's going to come in and be like, okay, hold on. I'm really pissed and like I want to like kill this guy, even though Nolan full on had a whole new wife and a whole new son on a different planet. When, you know, it's just like,
oh, I know.
Yeah, I feel like he would do that type of behavior.
Speaking of relationships, I mean, overall, I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was pretty cool how they moved the story forward, and you know, they had the little civil war. The rift in the team, so things have, the stakes have definitely risen. It's gotten more dramatic.
Yeah.
That said, the whole will they won't they in this episode was my least favorite part of it. I'm just like, I don't really get what's in. Maybe I'm the dumb one here. I just don't get what's in your way. Like honestly, So you're telling me, like, so it just makes me feel weird that, for 20 years I was just hung up on this crush with you. That makes me feel so stupid. I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to do that. Like, that's why you're going to fly away? Because of that awkward feeling? Like, I guess I have to remember that they're 20. But
19, in fact,
okay,
yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, whatever. I just didn't like that part for some reason. There was something about it that just rubbed me the wrong way. It just felt like there wasn't something substantial there. I'm like, who are you going to date, honestly? Go ahead.
Some nice guy, maybe? Maybe there's like a nice guy that she can date?
Go back to Rex. See how that works out.
We don't go back to Rex.
Or go find some pedestrian, person.
Yeah, that's not gonna
like
work.
they're gonna understand the shit going on with you. Like, who are your options? This is it. It's the last man on Earth, as far as you're concerned. And like, he finally confesses. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going on. I'm going off on a soapbox tangent that it doesn't warrant that. That was my least favorite part. That's it. Oh, okay, how'd you feel about it?
No, I mean, yeah, I didn't really care for that part all that much, to be honest with you. But, you know, it is what it is. I think it is relatable probably for someone of their age. Like, you know, it's been a minute since we've been that age. And yeah, the stakes feel so incredibly high when you're a teenager. And it's like, oh my God, I think I'm in love and all of that. And when you've gone through life you've had a few more years and you're like, actually, it's maybe not that serious. Like, are we or aren't we? You know?
I feel like her future self did her a solid. I don't know. I'm trying to like...
Yeah, she was like the perfect wing woman. She just came along and was like, listen...
I'm trying to figure out,
are you going to or aren't you?
What's a real world counterpart to this that makes sense? That's you can kind of compare it. You know, like let's say you're out with your friends and like a gaggle of ladies together and they see a guy, but the guy doesn't really notice her. And one of the friends waddles over there and goes, "Hey, my friend likes you." Like, and then he sees her. It's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Now I know that. And now I can like her back." I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like, okay, what's a real world circumstance where like that's actually a problem?
Saying. She's like a wing woman, you know? She came in and was like, listen, do you like her or don't you like her? If you do, then like, let's make this happen. Cause like, I don't want to be pining over you forever. So like sort it out. Okay.
I'm trying to like also understand what her issue was with herself, where she goes, that's all I did for 20 years was, I'm like, okay, but
it sounds pathetic. Listen to yourself. It sounds pathetic. If you're like, oh, I'm that woman that got hung up on a guy for like 20 years, that I'm in my 40s and I'm still thinking about that one guy that got away. I did not move on. Like, how dumb of me.
Yeah, and now you're going to let him get away by flying away. Like, you're fulfilling the prophecy. I think that I can't remember how it was conveyed to Mark. I feel like future Adam Eve should have been like, also don't say shit. Like we didn't have this talk. Like you just decided on your own. That's how this works.
Well, yeah, but you know, like that's part of his personality, right? Like when he told, what's his name? Is it Ricky or something? Like the guy that got butchered and whatever by Sinclair. When he told him the truth about what Cecil was doing, I was just kind of like, does he really need to know? But I feel like it's part of Mark's character where he's like, no, you have to tell the truth no matter what. And perhaps that is like in the realm of youth and naivety, you know? Because
sure. I mean, it's just Mark's character.
Is that, yeah, it's Mark's character, but you know, there is that sense of like just being so moral and not being ready to step into the gray area. And I think it was really cool that the episode gave us a glimpse into Cecil's past and showed us that actually in the beginning he was really similar to Mark, right? And so I guess the question is like, what is going to cause Mark to maybe come round to the other side and start seeing things more from Cecil's point of view? Is that ever going to happen? You know, because it's just like, at some point you might be on the other side and someone might view you as a bad guy, but you're just doing the things that you think are right.
Well, I think that Mark is already beginning to kind of see it from Cecil's standpoint. He just hasn't fully committed to the thought. That was an area of good writing to me, where it's like, you know, you can see, even though it's animation, right? You can still kind of see the gears are turning, and he's like, maybe I wasn't completely in the right, you know?
Yeah.
And even the way he was conveying something is like, yeah, that's me, self-control, or I forgot what he said. That was sarcasm, but it wasn't clear that it was sarcasm. That, you know, it's already. That thought process is already in progress, is what I'm trying to say. As far as I can tell. I was totally on side with Cecil in this episode. I don't know what that says about me, but like I'm looking at it from the perspective of human beings, and like You saw what his dad did. You have no idea what Mark is capable of. And if he just decides, I'm going to be the bad guy now, what are you going to do? And so Cecil planning that device, I thought that was the smart move. That was a tactical move.
No, it totally was the smart move. And this is why I'm saying it's kind of like the difference between youth and experience, right? Because you saw what happened when the Guardians were like fighting with those zombie things, and how the younger Guardians were all like incensed and just upset and just like, why would Cecil do this? You know, what does that mean for us? Blah, blah, blah. And they're not really thinking about the bigger picture. Whereas the older, more experienced ones are like, you know, no, he was right. Like that he's not wrong in doing what he did. And so I actually thought that was quite good and very accurate. But yeah, like it's tough because, you know, they're both coming from valid viewpoints, you know? And so I think it's just such an interesting place to leave us, the audience. And I'm sure it's going to be so fascinating as well to talk to people about it and see kind of where everyone lands, because, you know, you're either someone who's like super idealistic and you're like, no, you know, this isn't right. We stand by our ideals and our morals and we do what's right all the time. Or you're like Cecil, or maybe there's probably like various different colors along the way, but like, or you're like Cecil and you're just going, no, you have to do what needs to be done. And sometimes the thing that needs to be done isn't necessarily the nicest looking option.
Okay. Well, I feel like there's a lot that you can unpack from all of the things you just said. I think the big question or the big idea that it's bringing up is obviously reform, and is reform possible? Because you have people who do their time, you know, and they come out of the prison in real life, and they do their, you know, they come out of prison and then they have a hard time getting a job because there's that mark on their record now that they can't get rid of, right?
Yeah.
And they end up committing crimes all over again because they can't get a job. And so I feel like this lends itself to the opportunity to have discussion about just reform in general. And it's like, you know, when is enough enough? When have you paid your debt? And like those characters, these formerly bad guys have spent a considerable amount of time apparently going through reform and being conditioned to understand what they did wrong. Even me as this person who's just watching the show, it's like it makes me uneasy. Like I feel like they could flip a switch and you just, you know, what can you do? It's scarier than someone coming out of prison, you know, because they have superpowers. So, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, I think most of us in that situation, we want to believe that we would be open-minded and that we would say like, hey, absolutely, everyone deserves a chance. But I think a lot of the time there is that part of us, you know, in the back of your brain that's going, yeah, but, you know, what if they haven't really? Can you really change? And it's a real battle when, you know, when you're on the other side and you're like, I feel like I ought to give you a chance. And I feel like it's worse when, you know, you've got some people who have truly reformed and truly changed themselves and improved and realized that what they did was a mistake. And they're trying to do the best. And all it takes is one person to come out and be like, yeah, I'm reformed, and then to go back to their old ways. And it takes just one person to ruin it for everyone else, because trust is so fragile. You know? And I think like in the case of Mark in this situation, I think he really did feel betrayed by Cecil, because he came to him again to agree to do this, you know, to be part of the Guardians and to help out with an understanding that they would trust each other, and then come to find out like he's had this thing implanted in his ear because, and I don't blame him, like Cecil's just trying to have, you know, a sort of protection button just in case things should go wrong. He's got a contingency plan, right?
Things were going wrong. Mark was acting more and more aggressive, and I thought Cecil was doing exactly what any of us would do in that kind of a situation. He was using his contingencies. He led Mark into that white room that was full of those robots, and it's like I can understand, I suppose, from Mark's perspective, his frustration and his rage, but like Cecil is just a person. And even Mark admitted it. It's in the episode. He's like, he was afraid of me. It's like, yeah, I wonder why. You know?
Yeah, because you're freaking invincible. That's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for him, it was a huge abuse of his trust because it's like, well, you don't trust me that I would hold back and that I wouldn't hurt you. It's such a violation as well because he didn't consent to have that, you know? So like, it is wrong. You know, you need to consent to things, obviously. But then also for Cecil, it's like, no, his goal is to help the world. His goal is to protect the world, right?
I don't agree with
strangely.
I don't agree with the consent part at all. No, I wouldn't have asked for consent. I would have stuck that shit in his head.
Well, you can't ask for consent in that situation, right? And so I think that's why he felt so angry and betrayed because it's like, you did this without my knowledge. That's so effed up, man.
It's a risk that you have to take as Cecil. Cecil, I mean, when Omni-Man first landed, Cecil's like, I'll go. And then you guys can have an early Christmas. He's putting himself on the line. He took that decision all by himself, full well knowing the kind of how it might jeopardize his relationship with Mark if Mark should ever find out. And he had to do what he had to do. You know, it was the move. I wouldn't have asked Mark. Mark would protest and be like, no, how can you not trust me? How could you ever think I would blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, but we didn't ever think your dad was going to do the shit he did. So, you know, like anyway, we could go on and on. We're going in circles at this point. But I fully agree with everything in this episode that Cecil did. The only part, I mean, it was good for the show. The only part that I didn't necessarily like was when he killed the reformed bad guy turned heroes who saved his life in the past. But like that was necessary to show the arc.
Yeah.
You know.
But and this is what makes me think that eventually Mark is going to come around because initially even Cecil was like, no.
Yeah, absolutely
this
not.
Is so messed up and he straight away like took care of it.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think that's the direction that we're going to be going in.
Obviously, I agree with you. We're continuing forward with Invincible Season 3, Episode Trace. Thanks so much for coming back. Achara, once again, joining us from across the universe over in Abu Dhabi, a different world entirely. So, let's go.
A whole new world, one might say.
Let's just do this. Here we go. It's our full sounding piano.
Sad piano.
Is reminiscent of Mad World.
Uh-oh.
You can't tell me this doesn't sound like Mad World. I'm sorry.
I mean, it doesn't.
It doesn't? Are you for real? I can hear Gary Jules right now.
It's a completely different melody anyway. I see what they're doing here. It's like, look at all these bad things happening while the sad piano music is playing. Is Invincible gonna come in now? Or he feels bad? Oh, so much shame. It's too late.
Oh,
you're dead.
He's gonna get wrecked.
Doesn't matter. He feels remorse. He's gonna die. That's the point, isn't it? It's like
they're all gonna die.
Sometimes you make bad choices, and it's too late because he was gonna stop. This is very interesting. What the season is exploring, or what it seems to be exploring. Aww. Were those like a bunch of overdue bills? And they're just like, this is so interesting that they're not using any dialogue at all. He's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this.
Oh, okay. Now I'm getting the relationship between them. All right.
Oh, okay.
That took me a second. I just thought they were, partners in crime, but they're just partners.
In all the things that count. He's like, I'd just rather do honest work. Until when, though? When's the other shoe gonna drop, or is this gonna be a happy ending for them? No! Why does the system suck so hard? Oh, it's okay. We got a new job. Oh, no one wants to hire them?
Yeah, they're having a hard time. Oh, maybe they work in the kitchen. That's a miserable job.
Flipping burgers. Oh, with a mean boss? Isn't this the story?
Oh, shit. Oh.
Oh, we're using our powers for good?
Oh, this guy's gonna get killed, isn't he?
Hey, he's like, boy. You don't talk to my mans like that.
Help. Oh, Jesus. You're out of here.
Oh, this is just showing you, like, how hard it can be sometimes.
There it is.
Oh my god, my heart is breaking. He's like, no, don't do it. We said, we agreed. Come on now, be strong. You're better than this.
Pain leads to anger. Anger leads to hate.
Hate leads to suffering.
What's this?
Anything in an envelope that colorful is not a good thing. What does it say?
Eviction notice.
Eviction.
This is rough.
I don't like this. My heart is broken. I can't.
Poverty leads to desperation.
It does. And this is where we end up.
And then they get wiped out.
Yep. It feels wrong. Oh no, oh no.
And then
This is the
Invincible
thing,
comes
isn't
in and
it?
just wrecks them.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, what a powerful beginning. You think you're the good guy, but there's two sides to every story, right?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know. I can't.
He's gonna mess them up.
Yeah, he's invincible. You would think, unless he's in a different city, but if you're as powerful as Invincible... Oh no!
Don't touch
Oliver!
my brother. Yeah.
No! You weren't meant to do this.
Oh, are they actually working together, or did Oliver just...
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I don't know.
No, he wasn't supposed to do that.
Training. No, he wasn't supposed to. Okay. Oh. No, Oliver,
He's gonna
don't
get
hurt
killed.
him, though. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, no mercy.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to see you beating up bad guys. But they were gonna pour lava in your face, so I had to help. And I'm not using my powers without you. You're here.
Damn it.
We're leaving.
But I want to stay and watch.
I said, we're leaving.
Yeah, you're a minor. You're not supposed to be here, Oliver.
Am I in trouble?
Yes,
What do you
you're in
think?
trouble.
Go to your room. Your brother and I need to discuss what you've done.
Hmm.
And what have I said about flying in the
Oh.
house?
Mom.
Use your legs, little boy.
I was worried this was going to happen.
I know, but asking him to not use his powers isn't realistic. And you did promise I'd train him.
He's so young, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's tough. You should have seen him today.
I just want him to have a normal childhood.
You can't. It's
He's
just
not a
possible.
normal child.
It's not possible.
I promise. I won't let him get hurt.
Right.
And I won't let him hurt anyone else.
I know you didn't ask for this.
Did that make any sense to you? I mean, it's supposed to be an introduction to architecture.
I feel like this friend is sus.
Yeah.
Where exactly are you applying this stuff?
Oh, just like building
Places and
models
stuff.
and stuff.
Eve? Oh my god, I thought that was
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Awkward.
The old girl and the new girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's really good to see you.
I'm also dating your ex-boyfriend.
I didn't know you'd enrolled.
Just part-time.
Oh, I guess I never really thought about superheroes having to learn to use their powers.
How do you
I
think
mean,
they
every
get good?
story, every origin story is about that, isn't it?
Are you busy? Do you want to grab coffee and, like, catch up for real?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Tell me what your ex-boyfriend likes.
And then Mark and Cecil got in a huge fight, so Mark's on his own right now. And, speaking of Mark, I should probably tell you
No, you
something.
shouldn't. Not yet. It's too soon.
You two are dating.
Oh my gosh. She jumped the gun. She knew.
It's okay. William told me.
What?
Why would he do that?
I'm happy for you both.
Really?
I didn't want it to mess up anything between us.
I'm glad it didn't happen the next day, but honestly, I always wondered if you two would get together after we broke up.
Wow. She's very secure.
Seriously, Mark and I, our worlds were too different.
Okay.
But you and him, that's where you both live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
She's very mature.
To be honest, it feels good. It's exciting, but also comfortable. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
I do, in fact.
She's got a new boyfriend.
Well,
That's why she's okay with it.
There's this guy, Kyle.
Okay.
And
All right.
Go on.
Okay. I'm okay with it. They both moved on. It's fine. That's why
I guess
she's
it's
cool.
easier to deal with it if you've moved on.
Technically, the deed is in my
We're
name.
gonna make a mint when we finally sell it, but for now, it's good to be home.
Already thinking of future prospects.
A little dusting, some new furniture, and it'll be the perfect crime-busting fight palace once again.
So optimistic.
I'll give you the tour.
There's lots of books. This is cute.
We can find you a room before the others take first pick. You want a window, right?
He's trying to give her all this good treatment.
Okay. Wow.
Is there a window in there?
Wow.
Charming.
This is embarrassing. I really didn't remember my old room being so...
You all look so happy. And you fought actual supervillains.
Well, same as you, right?
Oh.
When my parents discovered I had powers, they went all in on it. Suddenly, instead of soccer in the backyard, I'm learning chokeholds and bomb defusals.
Aw.
But it was all small stuff. Gangs, bank robberies, lost pets.
She didn't get a childhood.
Must have been
At least
boring,
you had
and then it's something that you miss
Mine
later
sold
on.
me to the government for the price of a steak dinner.
Wow, that's rough.
I got scientists instead. Same ones who cut me open and grafted shit up and down my nervous system.
Aww.
I'm sorry. That must have been hard.
It's better than being a nobody, huh? And everyone has up childhood.
That's true.
I feel like you could hear two actors having the same kind of conversation.
Yeah.
Teen Team was always a bit of a misnomer.
We not going back to that, are we? I'm a grown-ass man.
He's right. We definitely need a new name.
Yeah.
Rex and the Explosions. Rex and his exes.
Rex and his exes. How about the obvious, the Rex Men?
So much for my spare apartment in the city.
Oh, you're welcome to stay, Eve. There's enough room for all of us.
Or, you could rejoin the team.
No.
I can't believe Kate chose to stay with the Guardians.
She's marrying the immortal.
Guess we won't be invited to the wedding now.
Hey, you never know.
I'm moving back in with my folks.
Seriously?
Oh, no.
Because they're my parents, and I need to fix things between us.
Oh, and you want to be closer to Mark, right?
Oh.
How does moving in with her parents accomplish that?
Because she lives in the city. Then she'll be close. Oh, no, they didn't die. Thank God. Are they going to be reformed? Who's this guy?
That's the guy who duplicates himself.
Oh, it's Paul. Okay.
You seize Machine Head's empire, so you inherit his obligations to the Order.
That character feels like something at a Legend of Korra or Arcane.
You are now a member of the Order, and you will handle this issue in your territory.
Even if I agreed with you, which I don't, this was a private vendetta.
Okay.
Boss, a word? They got the whole world split up between them. Just make them happy, and they'll leave us alone.
Right.
Or what?
Or they replace you with the next guy, their guy, and he does it. And you, me, and your family are all 6 feet under.
This guy's smart.
The last thing we need is the kind of heat that breaking out multipole is going to bring down on us.
We don't have a choice. And I can't teleport him out of there. They got an energy field up or something.
These characters are between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Maybe Machine Head knew a thing or two. Okay, tell Liu I'll take care of it this one time. But then, I don't want to see his face in my city again.
I mean, I ain't gonna tell him that, but...
I'll paraphrase. He'll get the idea.
Yeah. Wait up! Whoa!
You gotta keep up, kid.
Come on, you can do better than that.
You need to wear goggles. Yeah, you gotta practice.
Hey, I said we'd start training. I didn't say it was gonna be easy.
That's right.
When are you gonna teach me how to fight? I've been practicing stuff I saw on the internet.
Oh no, because that's great.
How effective is that gonna be?
Flying first, fighting second.
Yes.
Gotta keep up.
How about flighting? Let's just do both.
Wait up!
Oh, is he gonna have a fitting?
This is so awesome.
Remember our deal.
I know.
It's gotta be stretchable so it grows with him.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad to finally meet the little guy.
All right, get ready, because Kid Omni-Man is here!
Oh.
You don't like it?
Costume's great. It's the name that's the problem.
Yeah, you can't be Omni-Man.
People are gonna hear that name or see that symbol and think of Dad.
I know. It'll be great.
No.
He has no idea.
Dad did terrible things here. Things people aren't gonna forget anytime soon.
You said he's different now. And when I say people in this costume, they'll get it.
No. Aw.
It's gonna take a long time and a lot of work for everyone to forgive him. That might happen, but we're not there yet.
I don't know. He'd have to do a lot of good. And even then...
It's time for a change.
In more ways than one.
New
this?
costume upgrade.
A fresh start.
Amazing. Oh my gosh. I want to see. Ooh, it's like a darker version.
Feels a little serious.
We interrupt our afternoon classics with breaking news of an attack at Dayton Penitentiary.
We can try out our new suits.
Okay, you can come along, but...
I know.
This is really dangerous.
Ah, shit.
Look at these fools! Their weapons are like tiny tickles! Like cheap toilet paper!
Why is an accent so fun?
Furnace is raining boys!
Oh my goodness. Is he gonna accidentally kill someone? Oh dear.
Wow,
Dang.
2 seconds and he's already knocked down.
Oh yeah. Ow. Ow.
I thought we weren't supposed to use our real names.
Oh, thank God.
You didn't save one for me?
Are you kidding me? You almost got yourself killed.
I'm fine. It barely hurt.
Don't ever do that again.
But those guys...
I don't want to hear it. You either listen or you go home.
Okay, sorry.
This is a
Sorry.
real challenge. It's already hard enough
It
to
really
fight crime.
is. It's hard enough to wrangle a normal child, let alone a child with superpowers.
This is a normal family, but we both know it's not true. It was never true. I know my powers make you uncomfortable, but they're part of me, and they always will be.
You have powers, so you think you can just deliver ultimatums to your parents?
Oh my God, this guy's the worst.
If you can accept your daughter has powers, I can accept that you don't want me to use them in the house.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop using them to help people. I want us to have a relationship because I love you both, and I know that you love me too.
I know that kind of like X-Men, her powers are like analogous for other things. In the real world, if my daughter had powers, I'd be like, that's so cool. What else can you do? It's hard for me to empathize with the dad.
I won't use my powers in the house, and you won't make me feel bad for being who I am.
I think that's fair.
All right. It's a deal.
Hey, progress.
I just don't know what it's going to take to get through to you.
Oh, God.
Wow.
You're back. You remember Paul, right?
Hi,
Mark.
future stepdad.
Hi, Oliver.
Oh, God.
Oh, look, you boys are on the news.
We are?
Oh, boy.
Oliver.
I'm fine. It was awesome.
Whoa, that's not us. How?
It's all out of the bag.
You told him?
Whoops.
It's okay. I can keep a secret. I once sold a house to a famous rock star and never told a soul.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Exactly.
With a costume clearly inspired by Invincible, we don't know who this new hero is, but social media is referring to him as Invincible.
Oh.
You're Invincible now?
That's worse.
That's terrible.
How'd it go with your folks?
Better than expected. I explained how I felt and delivered my ultimatum.
And?
They accepted it.
We have a deal.
That's so good. Did you tell them you're back in school?
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, I ran into Amber on campus.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
It's okay.
How's she doing?
She's moved on. It's fine.
She's good. college life suits her. You look a little rough, though. How are you doing?
Compared to when his face looked all mangled, he looks great.
Art made new suits for me and Oliver, so that was kind of cool. But then Oliver followed me into a fight at Peyton Penitentiary and almost got himself killed.
What?
Yeah.
He's fine. He was even annoyed that I took out Kursk and Furnace by myself. But then we got home and I find out my mom told her new boyfriend my secret identity without even asking first.
Oh, okay.
How can I be a son, a brother, a boyfriend, and a superhero all at the same time? I'm just gonna let everyone down again.
Aw.
Mark, you're looking at it wrong.
Okay.
Those people who depend on you, your mom, Oliver, me, we're also here for you to depend on us.
Aw.
That's true.
You're not alone.
It's a two-way street.
Boy.
Oh, man. You saw that?
Saw it. I saved a clip on my phone.
I guess it couldn't be Invincible.
Jesus, I hope that's decaf.
Sorry, Nate. This place just gives me the creeps.
Yeah, I feel it too.
The Lizard League tunneled into the base right here.
Oh, God. Oh, no. It's someone else coming in.
But the safest place to stand is where lightning's already struck. Because lightning never strikes the same place twice.
Oh, stop
It's coming.
it. Stop talking.
It's coming.
That's
Stop.
not how lightning.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh, damn.
New friends.
That's terrible.
Here they come. Finally. Took them long enough.
Oh. Hi, guys.
Give it up. You're outnumbered.
And outclassed.
And out of luck.
And now I say something.
Where's the rest?
We're more than enough for the likes of you.
They've downgraded us.
Oh, no.
What?
The disappointment.
Well, get down here or you're gonna miss all the fun. No hope for that.
Are we gonna learn that they need the other team members?
Probably.
I did. That's why I built it.
All right. All right.
All right. Multiply and multiply and multiply.
Now, will you shoot her before she makes any more of herself?
More.
Ah, shit. Not my girl.
You forgot about this one.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it goes. Oh my God, they thought of everything.
Oh shit.
Damn.
You're welcome.
Wow. He just took them all out.
Continuing coverage of a crisis at the same nuclear missile silo that the Lizard League attacked mere months ago. The Guardians of the Globe are on scene, but there have been no updates since they entered the silo.
Oh, damn.
I don't work for Cecil anymore, but
You still help people.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Oliver's going to want to
Then I
come.
guess it's settled. Just
Exactly. Get out
Be
of there.
careful.
Go. Deal with it. It was just a matter of time. I mean,
Coordinates are set. Do you concur that it's time we control the world? I concur.
Step away from the computer.
Please.
why didn't anyone else do that?
Where's Mark?
Still no
We're supposed to
sign
go
of
flying.
activity since Invincible entered the silo.
Don't go, dude. Don't go.
No.
Holy crap!
No.
Mark's there.
hold on. I don't want you to.
Oh my God, you can't control this child. You just can't. Ah, shit.
That kid is gonna get hurt.
Oh, you want to call for help? Too bad. You can't.
Unless he's gonna kick these twins' asses.
Once
I'm
we
wondering that
destroy
too,
the
actually.
entire planet's communications network with our EMP missile, you'll have to pay to use our shielded system instead. Oh, we're so much worse than supervillains now. We're businessmen.
Oh my God.
Look at that. He's tough for a guy with boy in his name. Shoot him again and let's get this thing launched.
He
Oh.
busted it. Nice.
Good job, Oliver.
You guys are in big trouble.
Did school just get out? Just get him.
Dang. Whoa, he's got some
Dang.
What are you doing here?
Saving your...
Saving
exactly.
you! I was worried you were dead.
You're both dead.
He's not at full strength. Yeah, use those YouTube fight lessons.
I can handle this.
So can I.
Oh,
jeez.
whoops. Oh, you just did the wrong thing, bro. He's a child.
I said, get out of
Oh,
here.
he's pissed.
Fine. You just distracted me.
That's true.
I'm not saying we're gonna lose, but just in case.
While you two are arguing.
Exactly.
I'm going after it. Go home now.
No,
The
he's gonna stay
sibling
behind.
arguments.
He's gonna fight them. Whoa. Wrecked his jaw.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing
No
this kid has
holds barred.
crazy resilience.
Yikes. You're gonna need surgery.
Yep.
And even then, I don't know if we can...
Oh, he can't tell him. He can't tell him.
So you gotta guide it with.
Did you know what? You just now
detonated.
there's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Isn't that a nuclear missile?
That's what happens when you're a bad
He's
guy.
really little Omni-Man.
He really is. He doesn't understand. Wait, is this the end of the twins for realsies? Because they usually regenerate, but he's killed them both.
Yeah, this is exactly what Cecil was concerned
kill them.
about.
I saved you guys.
They're just stunned, Oliver.
I think we're all stunned.
He's lying to them. He's lying to him, right?
Even superheroes aren't used to seeing kids do something like this. But I know you were just trying to help.
Yeah, he said, stay away from my brother.
I told you to stay away from my family.
I'm just here to clean up your brother's mess.
Look around. Look around.
What?
What?
I stopped them, didn't I?
You're not supposed to.
Sky, now.
You're not supposed to do it like that.
What the hell were you thinking? I told you to go home.
Why are you so mad? We won. I beat the bad guy.
You're not supposed to beat them like that.
You killed them.
I didn't mean to, but now they won't hurt anyone else.
We don't kill.
Stop yelling at me for saving you. I saw the news and I thought you might be hurt. So I tried to help you and now you're mad at me?
This is why we don't let kids be superheroes. There's no self-control.
No, but he's got his father's instincts. By killing them, there's not a problem anymore. Efficient.
Right? Just.
I get that you didn't mean to murder the Maulers. You were scared for me and you wanted to help. You can't just kill people and pretend it's no big deal.
You killed the guy who broke Mom's arm.
That was an accident.
This was an accident.
So was this.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Why? You and Mom say I need to be responsible with my powers. Isn't it responsible to make sure that the bad guys never hurt anyone else?
Not like that, though.
Life is precious. We don't just take it.
It's not precious. People kill each other all the time.
Wow.
And most people aren't even special like us.
Wow.
They're just normal.
Wow.
You sound just like
Exactly.
So? Why is that bad? You act like you know everything, but do you ever think that maybe Dad was right?
He needs Cecil. He can't handle this.
Oh, I am so sorry. I can't believe I'm late to our first date.
It's okay. I saw the news.
No, it's supposed to be special.
It's fine.
Mark, stop. We both know how this works.
She had your job at one point. She knows.
Well, Cecil made sure this wasn't in the news, but Oliver followed me to the missile silo. He saw the Maulers attacking me, and he just killed them.
What? Oh, God.
I'm kind of sad because I like them.
I am not trying to minimize what he did.
Oh.
But he's just a kid.
Gosh.
With powers he doesn't know how to control yet.
I think that's a bad underestimation of the situation.
He doesn't seem sorry or upset about it.
Exactly.
Just like my dad.
That was amusing.
I don't know how to raise a kid like Oliver.
Forgetting about your mom, she did a pretty good job with you.
Well, that was before she outed my secret identity to her new boyfriend.
You lost your dad, but she lost her husband.
Right.
Doesn't she deserve someone in her life? And yeah, she told Paul who you are, but honestly, who is he gonna tell? Who would even believe him?
Good point.
Where would I be without you?
It's been a
I feel
day.
like he really does
Probably
need
still
her.
looking for Mount Rushmore.
Sounds about right.
It's very interesting to see how Mark and Oliver are dealing with the genetics of their father.
In a different way, yeah.
Well, Mark has to deal with his own and
Up in
his
his room.
brother at the same time.
I said we were going to have a talk when you got home.
You wash, I dry?
Works for me.
Aw, we're all just trying to like cope with things in our own way.
I'm sorry I was mad about Paul. You need someone you can talk to. About everything. Like I can with Eve.
And I should have talked to you about it first.
Okay.
You told Mark that life isn't precious, that it's okay if some people die. Is that really how you feel?
Kinda.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Do you think my life isn't precious? Would you care if I died?
Interesting way to put it.
Of course I'd care. I don't want you to die. I love
Good
you.
framing.
Yeah.
But think about all the other people on this planet. They all have friends and families who would be sad if they died.
Yeah.
So just because you don't know these people doesn't make their lives less important. Do you understand?
Mahler didn't have friends or family.
Okay. Well, they were each other's friends and family.
I understand. I won't do it again.
Oh boy. Do we believe him?
You need to really mean it.
Yeah.
I do, Mom.
Okay, come here.
Aww.
Gotcha.
What? Who's what? Ay.
Mark, are you okay?
The neighborhood would be
that?
like, this family, man.
Oh, I guess it self-destructed to protect itself or whatever
Probably.
information.
Yeah. Oh, is it sending it back to Viltrum? Who's watching?
I guess we're about to find out.
Such a happy family.
Oh, what?
I thought that it was the guy.
At the beginning of the episode?
Yeah. The one who was helping to get Multipole out of prison.
Oh.
It's not? Or
I don't think
you're
that-
thinking it's Angstrom Levy again?
Yeah. I thought he was
Okay.
somehow he's
Okay.
alive. That's what I thought.
That's
I don't
probably
know.
that's probably a
Maybe I'm the crazy
better
one.
assessment. I feel like my emotions have been going through the ringer in this episode. I really liked what they did in the beginning. Because I feel like this season is exploring this whole concept of like the gray area between good and bad, right? And so
Okay.
it's like we don't know the reasons behind why someone is making the choices that they're making, and also like as humans we can make choices, we can make good choices, we can make bad choices, and if we've made bad choices, is there an opportunity to correct ourselves and to rehabilitate, which I think is a very interesting theme to explore. And so I thought that the way they did that at the beginning of the episode, giving us two new characters that we don't know and showing us like what they were going through, why they were making the choices that they were making, but without using dialogue at all, and just having that like sad piano music that you pointed out. And then like by the end I was just so sad because, you know, they're just trying to live their life, and you know they reached a point where they were like, you know what,
Desperate.
seems like the best option, you know. And then
Right.
anyway, we know where they end up.
I guess thematically, it's dealing with empathy. It starts out with making you, as the audience, have empathy. And it was very effective in the way that it handled it, because like it led you through. It started you out with the crime, and then it took you back to show you how you got to the crime, and then the consequences that they face as a result of having to commit the crime that, you know, which the desperate situation they were in put them there. You know, you got that full 3D kind of look at that, and you felt bad for them. And so I guess, you know, you have empathy for those characters, and then in the same episode, Oliver has to learn empathy and why you can't just kill, why you can't just execute. That's a cool little theme, more than rehabilitation for me. Like, I didn't get anything about rehabilitation in this episode.
No, not in this episode, but I think it is a string that is like going through, you know, because this idea of like, we are the choices that we make, but perhaps that doesn't alter who we are at the core. And just because you made bad choices, we can see that those guys who turned to robbing the bank, they're not actually like bad people. They just made a bad choice.
When I watched Friends and they explored this relationship with Rachel and Joey, I got kind of mad at the show because I'm like, this is clearly just another thing in the way before we can actually have Ross and Rachel get back together, right? Because if Ross and Rachel get back together, that's the end of the show. And so we just have to put shit in the way. But when you can start to see seams, it starts to get a little bit frustrating. And so the rift between our heroes, more specifically the rift between Cecil and Invincible, I do like that idea quite a bit. I think that's actually cool. But it's like, I can't help but see the obvious, which is, well, they need to get back together. Like, they're giving us this delusion that the mom is like conditioning the boy, like, don't do that. It's like, no. Like, I feel like whatever Cecil's doing in his magical chamber that helps rehabilitate people, that's where the little boy needs to go, and he needs to grow up in that facility. You know,
No,
as cold as that sounds, this is a dangerous. You saw what damage he did. I don't know.
Do you not watch The Boys? Come on now.
But Cecil's
we don't need
not the
another
same.
Homelander on our hands.
I don't feel like Cecil is the same as what you see in The Boys. I feel like these are two completely different agencies.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But like we also had the opportunity to hear what Rex and Ray were going through, right, as children, because, you know, she was trained to be a superhero. Even though it was like very small time, she had to take on the responsibility of being a superhero from a very young age. And like you said, you know, it's kind of like child actors where you're suddenly like, oh, I'm a child, but I have a job. And then for Rex, he was basically given away to science, and they did a bunch of experiments on him. And I'm assuming those are what made him into the superhero that he is today. But it's like he had to go through a bunch of pain and growing up without a proper childhood.
Okay, right there.
I think
that's what needs to be attacked, right? It's like, I feel like it doesn't need to be black and white. You can find a happy medium that Cecil has a negotiation with Invincible about.
Perhaps, yeah, but I think it is important for little Oliver to have a childhood and more importantly to have that influence from Debbie as his mom, you know, and also from Mark as his brother, because I think it helps to temper that Viltrumite in him who's like, oh, everyone else is just inferior to us. You know, he was saying that stuff that was very reminiscent of what Nolan might say. And he, in that moment, he genuinely believed it. But I think it was important that he has that attachment to Debbie, that she can kind of reframe things for him and be like, look, if you have someone that loves you and I'm important to you, then surely those other people have other people that care about them, and they would feel really sad if they lost their, you know, husband, brother, mother, whoever.
Right. I mean, they've done a good job of, everything I just said aside, like they've done a good job of making us afraid of Oliver, right? At least me. I'm afraid of that kid. Like, I am genuinely concerned about this kid. The way that the show is painting it, he's like, he starts out like really sweet and innocent, and he doesn't really even have a sense of his powers yet. And then suddenly, this kid is destroying some of the most resilient villains in the franchise, in the story. Just murdered them. And it didn't take him very long either. And he's flying fast, like super fast, that Invincible's having a hard time keeping up with him. This is a dangerous kid. And so
he is a dangerous kid, but the key word is he's still a kid. Like when you witness a toddler having a tantrum, they don't hold back. The only reason why we're able to control them is because they're small and we're stronger than them, you know? So like if a little kid is like having a meltdown and kicking at you or whatever, it doesn't hurt because like they're 2 or 3. I mean, sometimes it hurts. I've been punched in the eye by a 3-year-old. It freaking hurts.
Right? You saw what happened with Homelander and his son. Like, I mean,
right.
It's hard. Huh?
It's hard because they're kids. They're going to do what they do because they don't have mastery over the emotions yet. And like, let's be honest, a lot of adults don't even have full mastery over their emotions.
Hey, speak
either.
for yourself. I've got perfect command of my emotions. I don't ever fly off the handle, ever. I am cool as a cucumber in a freezer.
No, so it's like, it's hard because you're dealing with a child who's got superpowers and it's dangerous. Like you say, yeah, you should be afraid of him because he has no control and he needs people around him who can help him like learn and understand and get himself under control.
I guess I just look at this with eyes that are way too real. Like I'm looking at this as if, okay, if this is my neighbor and I can see what's happening here, and I have like, I'm privy to some of the things going on next door, and I'm just a person, Joe, you know, with my little old shotgun to go hunt deer sometimes or whatever. I don't know. That's not what you use for a deer. You use a rifle. But all I'm saying is I don't own guns. I'm just saying like...
you might use a shotgun, yeah.
But all I'm saying is if I live next door to that, I'm going to be scared of the potential, especially knowing what this kid did. Like, that kid needs to be in a facility that corrects that behavior. I'm not going to trust a regular human, a pedestrian mom, to handle that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like any normal person would have that reaction. So, this vantage point of sitting in this chair, watching a fake, you know, watching fictional characters, okay, fine. Yeah, he needs his mom's love. I get it. But, like, if this was real... that's not acceptable. So
on the flip side, if you take this child who has been nurtured and loved by his family and especially by his mother, you take him and you throw him into a cold facility, and would he not just get more angry? He'd feel so betrayed, so abandoned.
That's why you don't go full blown with what Homelander went through. There needs to be a balance. Everything is about balance. You know? That's my feeling about it.
We're sending you to boarding school, darling. It's going to be great. We'll see you in
Mom
the
is coming with.
Have fun. Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe there's a way. I don't know. I just
feel like
get so scared. It's a hard situation. Like, how do you deal with this?
I just feel like this kid is one bad day away from being Majin Buu. And that's it. Like...
It's kind of a similar color to Majin Buu as well.
Do you know what I mean? No, Majin Buu's pink.
Pink and purple are very similar.
I'm not, as much as I was shipping Eve and Mark together, I get nothing out of their scenes together. Like, every scene they have is always a recap of the previous scene. It's never, like, it's not really furthering the plot.
I see what you're saying. I do think that their relationship is very sweet, and I think that it's important for him to have someone who shows him that it's okay to rely on other people as well, that it's a two-way street. I actually thought that conversation was very touching, because you see how he has like the world on his shoulders and he feels like he's responsible for everyone else and that he can't ask for help and he can't talk to other people. Mm-hmm. And then here she is going like, look, I'm not going to be mad at you for missing a date because I understand what you had to go through today. I know your responsibilities. Like, I can relate. And also, like, you're going through a lot, but I am here for you. Your mom's here for you. We're all here for you. So you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. I think he really needed to hear that. I think that was important.
All right. Okay. I'll take that, I guess. All right. It's early in the show. I can't. The way that shows are structured now. They're more like a long movie, right? And
right.
So it's like you can only express so much opinion about it or cast so much judgment on it. If not judgment in a negative way, but judgment in terms of like having a critique. Like you can't really have a full critique until you have the full scope of it. That said, like Mark prepping for the most epic fight ever, doing the bench press and stuff like that with the machine and carrying the icebergs. You know, obviously you can't sustain a whole show on that, but like that stuff was making more sense to me based on the previous season, because it felt like, you know, we're dealing with like an escalation of some kind, right?
It's gonna come back, yeah.
No doubt it's gonna come back, but we have to like separate everybody until it comes back. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And honestly, I was actually pretty excited to see the Mauler twins come back. I'm a little bummed that Oliver took them out because the fun thing about them was like, yeah, they're villains or whatever, but they're pretty fun when they show up. And I like their little attitudes with each other and like, no, I'm the original, blah, blah, blah. And their little one-upping amongst themselves. I thought they were really cute. And they always came back. So maybe there's a chance that, you know, they had another clone on ice somewhere, kind of like how Replicate keeps a spare. But I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe we killed these villains who were really fun. And sometimes they did help, right? And we just killed them. And they're gone now. And like, just like that. So I'm just kind of like, well, moment of silence for the Mauler twins, please. Because I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I'm just wondering things, you know, that's it. I'm wondering if...
I have some thoughts.
I'm just wondering, like, okay, did the writers have a full story here? And I can't really know that until I've watched it. Do they have... Or is it more that they really just have a strong third act and they need to, like, pad things out until we get to that third act again because they have to satisfy the audience with a certain amount of episodes? Like, you can't just give them 3 or 4 episodes like Stranger Things, right? And so it's got to...
Wow, I'm really enjoying all this stuff though. Like I'm really enjoying the exploration of these themes that I mentioned earlier.
No,
and
the themes are fun. I'm not saying the themes are bad. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. It's that I'm not enjoying all of it. It's like,
that's fair.
You know,
that's fair. I mean, I am wondering as well. We've been away from Nolan and Alan for a minute, and I do miss them.
That's another thing. So, whatever's going on there, it's not really like I don't have a clear progress bar there. It's this ambiguous thing where when the writers feel like it's time to bring Nolan back, they'll bring him back in. It's almost like kicking Captain Marvel out of the story until they need her for the third act of Endgame.
It definitely is in the back of my mind where I'm like, what's going on with Nolan and Alan at the prison and the Viltrumites and everything? You know, it's this threat that's kind of boiling underneath the surface and it's definitely going to make its way back somehow. But I think, is this not normally the way that they do it anyway? Or at least in the last season where it's like, okay, we're spending some time hanging out with Mark and like we're spending some time on Earth and then we leave Earth for a little bit and then, you know, we get the story in space and all and then it comes back to Earth. And so I think that we're going to have some stuff maybe next week with, with Nolan and Alan and whatever the hell is going to happen up there when they finally, you know, get their prison break, which we know they're going to get. So they're not just going to stay there. That'd be silly.
I just feel a stalling for time underneath some of this. That's ultimately the feeling I come back to, is it feels like it's stalling a little bit, and I don't like noticing that. That's all I'm saying. I should be so engrossed in the drama and all the things that are going on that I can't even pick up on that thought. Even if that's happening, you know, from the writer's omnipotent or all-knowing standpoint of the story that he or she or they are telling, like even if they know that they're doing that, I shouldn't here down on the ground. I shouldn't be able to see that. You know.
Sure. It's always fun when like something happens and then you go, oh my God, I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was that whole other thing, but I've been like so engrossed in this thing that's happening in front of me right now.
Yeah.
And I've been really enjoying it that I hadn't even been thinking about that other thing in the background.
One of the struggles I guess I'm having is we had this trajectory with Mark where he was like really on edge and his father was basically coming out, right? The behavior of his father. And then they saw that all of the colleagues saw that where he just wrecked all those robots. And it's like for a moment they were on side, and then they saw the havoc that he wreaked, and they're like, yeah, but we're gonna quit. And then suddenly Mark is cool, and then like the only time it comes out is when he's face to face with Cecil, and then he's like got him on a chokehold. He's like, I told you shit, you know, don't come near my family, blah blah blah. but it doesn't really feel like he's actually actively dealing with that problem. It seems like, you know what I mean? Like in this entire episode, I didn't really get the sense of he is wrestling with this thing that we saw him in the previous episode deal with.
Yeah, but I think he feels justified in how he reacted. So he doesn't really feel like he has something to deal with.
Okay.
Because those robot things that he killed, they're basically reanimated corpses.
Okay, that's fair.
So he's not killing anyone new. All the other heroes, the ones that left, I think they were just upset that they witnessed Cecil adding that thing in Invincible's ear to control him.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, you did that without consent and without his knowledge. What other things might you do to us? Mm-hmm. You know, you don't see us as people. You just see us as tools, as weapons. And it just became very clear.
Yeah.
And they're still teenagers. They're still young, most of them, you know, so they're kind of grappling with that understanding, you know, whereas the older ones are like, I get it.
I suppose what's going through my mind is I cannot help but feel this, what I can only describe as White Walker syndrome. You know, when you're watching Game of Thrones, you're supposed to have this sort of almost like a nuclear fear or a global warming fear of the White Walkers, and you're sort of you're watching all of this shit going on with the politics of these people, and you know the White Walkers are coming, and so you're frustrated with these characters, but you're supposed to be. Here, the White Walkers are coming, and it's almost like the characters, like, I'm not supposed to be frustrated with the characters for not dealing with the inevitable that's on the horizon. And then I guess through this episode, I didn't get the sense that Mark is really prepping for that anymore. He was.
That's true. That's true. Suddenly this whole like, oh shit, our whole planet might be decimated by Viltrumites who are super strong.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be front and center of his mind. There's a lot of distractions happening right now.
Yeah. But like that's the most important thing. And it didn't come up at all in this episode. And that's I think that's what's kind of bothering me. It's like it's hard to articulate because the episode's exploring so much at once. And I'm like, wait a second, like this is a really big thing. I feel like there's a big thing and I'm supposed to be paying attention to that. I don't know. But maybe I don't know. Maybe the feelings I'm having is what the show wants me to have. I have no idea.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Anyways,
and like you said, we have to see the whole arc before we can fully, you know, make an assessment of what's really happening.
Yeah. You guys, thanks so much. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.